Hello and welcome to ProTips for PositrakPro, our online video training series. In this video, we'll cover some more in-depth functions in point of sale, in particular, a variety of shortcuts that are available to help with certain tasks. Feel free at any time to pause the video and try it yourself, or restart the video to watch it again. Let's begin by looking at the shortcuts that are available at the account number field. When working with accounts, there are several shortcuts you can use in the account number field to perform various functions. Let's start by looking up the account number 17. And the first one we'll look at is T, and T is for transactions. So type in the account number and a T and press enter. And that brings up on the screen the review charge transactions. Now, essentially, this is this month's statement for this customer. And it lists the previous balance carried over from the previous month, and behind that, every transaction for this month. I can right-click on any of these invoices, and I have some options. I can view the invoice on the screen. I can shoot a copy to the printer by reprinting. I can email it to the customer. I can even edit details such as the PO number or the notes. So let's add a PO number for this particular invoice. I can type in the number, click Save, and you'll see the changes immediately reflected. I can also double-click on an invoice, and it brings up the transaction search, which shows each individual line item on the ticket. We'll close that. The next shortcut available is C for cores. So account number plus C and enter. And that will show the core analysis for this account, and it will show any outstanding cores. In this case, this customer has an outstanding battery core. The next shortcut is D for discount structure. So account number plus D, and then enter. This will bring up the pricing structure and the account discounts for this particular customer. There's a default price level and factor, and then below that you can add exceptions. This particular customer gets 10% off of the stocking dealer price level. I can remove this exception by clicking the X. I can add a new one by clicking Add Line Discount. So let's delete this one and add a new one. Click Add Line Discount, choose the line code, choose the base price level, and then the factor, and then save changes. There are also some shortcuts available at the quantity field when selling a part number. If I have an account number and a part number entered, in the sell quantity field, I can put an H for history, and that will bring up the transaction search with that account and part number preloaded. This will show you every instance that this account has purchased this part. In this case, they've purchased that battery. I can see the sell price, I can see exchange yes or no, and the invoice number. So let's look at how to do a defect. To do a defect, you use a D in the sell quantity field along with the quantity sold. A 1D does a defect and exchanges the part. So there's no money involved in this transaction. It just does a swap. This will be the case if the customer brought the part back to you and you just supplied them with another one off the shelf. If you needed to do a defect to return the money to them, for instance, if they picked up the part from another source and you need to refund the money, you can do a -1D. That will return the money to the account, as well as defect the part. The next shortcut is the letter I in the sell quantity field. Once you have a part number looked up, press an I and then enter. This brings up a screen where you can add and edit different types of part information, like alternate parts, tag items, forced pricing, part number aliases for ordering, and price breaks. Let's look at how to add a price break. Click the Add Break button. In the screen that comes up, you can add a break quantity. Choose the type of price break that you want to give. In this case, we'll do a 5% discount if they purchase 12 or more. Press OK. Close that screen, and we'll refresh the part, and we'll see that there is a price break available for this part at a quantity of 12, and they get a 5% discount off the sale price. Press Enter, and you'll see that the price break gets applied. Next, we'll take a look at the function key shortcuts in point of sale. The first shortcut is the F1 key. This does the same thing as clicking the Account List button. It brings up the full account list that you can use to search for an account when billing a ticket. So I'll press F1, and then I can begin typing, and it will search as I type to drill down to the account that I'm looking for. I can double click to bring it back into point of sale, and I'm ready to begin billing to that account. Another way I can do this is begin typing a name in the account number field first, and then press F1, and the account list will come up already pre-searched to whatever I've typed in. The next function key is the F2 key. This will cancel an invoice to start from scratch. F2 plus Enter or click Yes will clear the invoice and start from scratch for a new ticket. The next shortcut is the F4 key for catalog line management. This is where I can edit my primary and secondary lines in the catalog. I can enable or disable lines, and I can change the line code translation if my line code doesn't match the Positrak catalog line code. In this case, I'm going to turn on this secondary line to make it a primary line. I'll check the box and hit Save, and the next time I go to the catalog, that change will be reflected. The next shortcut is the F6 key for a freight sale. So if I have a part on the ticket and I need to add a UPS charge, I can press F6, type in UPS charge for the description, and then a price, and then OK and enter to get it onto the ticket. I'll do F2 and enter again to clear the invoice. The next shortcut is the F8 key for a labor sale. I'll press F8, type in turn rotors, price of $18 and a quantity of 2, hit OK, and then enter to bill it out on the ticket. The next shortcut is the F11 key for a paid out. Occasionally, you may have to take money out of the drawer to put gas in the truck or purchase supplies. You can use F11 to record a paid out. This just notates on the end of day that you've taken money out of the drawer. I'll type in $20 and put a note, gas for delivery truck, and press OK, and that's it. Another shortcut is the F12 key for manual sale. If I need to sell a non-database part number, I can hit F12, and in the description I can type in a description for the part, a part number, any information that I need to put about the part. Type in a sale price. It'll automatically figure a cost and a list. You can override them if necessary. Press OK and enter to get it on the invoice. That's all for this tutorial. Thank you for watching, and be sure to check out the rest of our training videos. Also, follow us on Facebook and Twitter for updates and product announcements.